Ontario NDP MPP Kristyn Wong-Tam, they, them. She basically, she wants to take a page from the mayor of Calgary and ban any kind of drag queen demonstrations, I believe, within 100 meters. Fancy that. Let's check out this clip.
This new legislation in Ontario is designed to keep the 2S LGBT community safe. Drag artists, their audiences, the business, and the facilities that host those drag performances have been put at risk. And unless we put forward a strategy to protect them, Ontario's social, economic, and cultural richness is under attack. We have to protect that. The proposed legislation does two things, and I will go through them. Firstly, it enables the Attorney General to create a 2S LGBTQI+ community safety zone to prohibit within 100 meters of the property any homophobic, transphobic act of intimidation, threat, offensive threats, offensive remarks, protest, disturbance, and distribution of hate propaganda within the meaning of the criminal code. It also comes with it a penalty of $25,000 if prosecuted successfully. Secondly, the Act creates an Ontario 2S LGBTQI+ Safety Advisory Committee to provide recommendations to the provincial government on how to improve safety for our community and to prevent further hate. We need to be able to have the government publish an annual report and an update on the progress of this work. It is that critically important. Our community is scared, but we're not going to take it lying down. We're going to stand up and rise up where we can to fight back, because we have to. Everything is on the line, and we need government action to be much more visible, much louder. Doing nothing, saying nothing is simply not good enough. This private member's bill is supported by many prominent drag artists, not just in Canada, but I suspect that it will be supported by drag artists and the LGBT community around the world in short order.
Well, Sheila, as Count Floyd used to say, whatever you do, kids, don't forget your 3D glasses. You know, when I saw that video clip, I thought it was a trailer for the Addams Family, The Next Generation, Sheila. But yet again, the left, which used to champion free speech, are becoming censorious thugs. You can't say anything that offends their sensibilities. Unbelievable. My biggest fear, Sheila Gunn Reid, even though private members' bills are typically doomed to never be enacted into law, Premier Cherry Cheesecake might take a liking to this one and pick it up himself. Your thoughts?
What in the sweet Hogwarts hell are we looking at? There's some kind of warlock or something on that side. Like, I get it in my head sometimes that I'm like, the devil's behind all of this, and then they show up looking like the devil is behind all of this. It's not good for me when these people are a little too on the nose for me.
Oh.
Look, see, there's some sort of kind of warlock there, and then a witch on the end. And for some reason, we have this poor stunned child standing there horrifically beside Kristyn Wong. Like, could you imagine? Look, everybody's sort of slightly crazy, including the mask wearers. And then there's this poor little girl just standing there, sort of not knowing what to do.
Sheila, wait a minute. You're making a lot of assumptions. You called her a girl, a child. Yeah. She might identify as an adult male. Isn't that how it goes?
Who even knows? And like, imagine thinking that somebody disagreeing with you within, 300 feet is some sort of hate crime committed against you. If the government is creating legislation so that people who disagree with you can face a $25,000 fine, you are the privileged class. You're the privileged class. If hockey players are being forced to wear the symbols of your ideology, or they'll lose their job, get canceled, whatever, get fined, run out of the league, you're the privileged class. They have so much power. And now this legislation, where was Kristyn Wong-Tam when churches were burning? Did she say, maybe we need to bring in legislation to ensure the safety of Catholic churches that were burning in the wake of Justin Trudeau's lies about the church? She never said anything, and that was real violence. People could have died. a lot of rectories are inside the churches, by the way, where the priests live. Not always. It's less common now than it was. But she was never once concerned for the safety of parishioners, a clergy, none of that. But if somebody disagrees with a drag queen, king, warlock, whatever the hell I looked at, that's a crime, punishable by a $25,000 censorship fine. You know what, Wong-Tam, bring it. Let's dance, sister. We're going to do the same thing that we will do for the people in Ontario as we've promised to do to the people in Calgary when they get these censorship tickets. You want to dance? Let's go.
And you know, Sheila, you're right on the target there about the churches. Going back to the summer of 2021, that was easily the most underreported, overlooked story in Canada. The 60 plus churches that didn't have their feelings hurt, but were vandalized, were set on fire and burnt to the ground. That's real crime, real existing crimes that are in the criminal code. And how many people face justice on that? That's a big nothing burger. And we should get to, because it looks like Ontario might be heading the way of Calgary. And we see what's happening in Calgary under that kooky mayor. And well, unbelievable. Pastor Reimer arrested again for allegedly breaching a long list of bail conditions stemming from his protest of a children's drag queen story hour. But I remain unclear, as does the pastor, Sheila, what condition he broke.
Well, and once again, if you can go to jail for protesting the use of government facilities, the people that you're going to jail for or the people who you protested against, they don't need protection. They're the privileged class. If disagreeing with them can send you to jail. I'm so sick of this. That when you hear people like Kristyn Wong-Tam say this is a marginalized community, no, they're very, very, very powerful. Very powerful. That's a clip from something we call Rebel News Daily. It's our daily live stream hosted by my friend David Menzies, but the show also includes a rotating cast of hosts and special guests, including me. It's a great way for us to talk about the news of the day as the news is happening in an unscripted fashion, and it's an awesome way for you to interact with us as well. We stream every weekday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Mountain, wherever you find Rebel News. See you there.